This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Bailey Smith. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am doing wonderful. Amazing.
Wow. I love the word amazing. It's a great pleasure to connect with you. What part of the world are you in right now?
I am in South Florida.
Sweet. Love it. The weather is warm there, isn't it?
It is a gorgeous night. Thank God I shouldn't even say anything, but we've had gorgeous, beautiful weather.
That's wonderful.
Warm days, beautiful nights.
All right. Well, do tell us, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history?
Well, my talents right now is that I have been using my voice to help others, to reach others for awareness due to my past experience on domestic violence, mental health, and drug and suicide prevention. I have learned I have learned a lot from group therapy. I have learned from my therapist. I've learned from my kids, and from reading many articles, and of course my social media group that I'm a part of. And I'm learning a lot about domestic violence and how all different cultures deal with it. So I feel very, very much that it is my duty to use my voice, because unfortunately domestic violence is happening in so many places all over the world. And I feel if I could reach one person or two people by using my voice and sharing my story, then I have done my job.
So what put you on the path to decide to be an advocate for others?
I have a humongous passion to help people. It's my nature. I love helping people. And I went through some really, really bad things, unfortunately, the last 3.5 years. And I have met many people. I've been to group therapy. I've spoken to many people who have gone through similar situations. And I feel that in this country, in other countries also, to bring awareness about all these issues, which in fact are really intertwined. People don't realize that domestic violence, mental health issues, are intertwined. First, on the level of the person that is the violent person, and the abuser and the abused, both end up with mental health issues, or usually the abuser is not well. So, all these things together, I feel, from my experience, personal experience, that if I can bring out awareness and use my voice, that's my goal.
So where's the best place for someone that's listening to connect, to find out more about what you do?
Well, I'm on social media. I belong to different groups. I'm on LinkedIn. How could they reach me personally? I don't know. I'm, I try not to give too much of my personal information out.
Ooh, well, you're on a
But
podcast that's going to get
right,
people looking out
right.
for you. Yeah.
If they look me up and they reach out to me, I'm there for them.
Wonderful. Well, that's
I will
great.
definitely be there for them.
That's great.
I
So we
don't
just search Bailey Smith and we'll find you, yeah?
on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I have to be very careful. I have a restraining order against my ex. So I'm very careful who I accept, but I'm definitely out there. I'm on Instagram, and if somebody wants to find me, and they're legit, I'm there. I'm there to help them.
Tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
One of the last things that I have done over the last 3 years is have a lot of therapy. I have a private therapist. I have gone to group therapy, and I believe that people that have been through domestic violence, group therapy is very, very important. In my situation, it saved my life. Getting my children to therapy was very important. I've really tried to help my children open up about their feelings, and I've been as supportive as as a mother can be towards them. I have, again, a tremendous voice on social media, which is how I ended up meeting you. Indirectly.
Tracy Maxfield, right?
Tracy Maxfield, she is amazing.
Yeah.
I hope she'll end up in Florida.
Wow. I'm sure she will. Like, she's
we're
up there
working
in the cold, right? Like, she needs to get some warm weather.
She's in Baton Rouge right now.
All right.
Louisiana. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely warm there.
Yes. And then she either comes here or goes to Texas.
Well, I hope you get to meet, yeah. The face-to-face meetings are so much fun.
I love that woman. I want to tell you something. That woman is so special. I always tell her I want to be you when I grow up. She's unbelievable. To give up your life to help others, you have to be a special person.
I agree. All right. Well, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me invite you now into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful warm blue Caribbean water. Tell me, Bailey, what's your earliest childhood memory?
Well, I have a lot of memories, but one of my memories happened to be moving from Brooklyn, New York, which is city-ish, city life, to upstate New York, which was the suburbs. It was a very big difference, very big change. We were a part of a small community and a close-knit community of people that I'm still very close to all these years later, all these decades later. So,
how old were you?
I was about 5.5, I believe, when we moved.
Why do you think it's so clear, this memory?
Because the years that I lived there were the best years, the happiest years of my life. That I actually moved back there after I got married. I mean, it was a lot different. Wasn't the same. But yeah.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
How do I see? Well, I stayed in touch with a lot of my high school friends, a lot of my high school girlfriends. I stayed in touch with a lot of the kids that I knew growing up that still live there. We still keep in touch.
That's intriguing. So, when you got married, were you still in touch with those individuals, or did you isolate?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
he tried.
Yeah.
I
Didn't
was the
work
kind of
out.
I was the kind of person that would not allow isolation to happen with my family, which is something that a lot of domestic violence, domestic abused women end up. I would not allow my family. They were a big part of my life. And my parents actually moved back to that area. So they were close by. And my family was we were close. So that he could never isolate me from them. I did lose a lot of friends because they saw things I did not see. And I guess I refused to see it. At the time, I was very young. So, I have fond memories and I have not fun. Like I have great memories from my childhood there. And I have, nostalgic memories from living there after I was married.
All right. Now, if we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
My favorite song was Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper. That song just will always put a smile on my face. It's such a happy, fun song.
Yeah. I mean, girls just want to have fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Right?
it. All right. Well, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, Bailey, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, Bailey, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Okay. Well, I hope
So
that
you
my
have to hit me
children.
yes or no here. Hit me yes or no. Like this is like the we have like
Have
12
I
seconds. Yeah.
Have I actually? No.
All right.
But I hope I will.
All right. Are you married?
No.
All right. So you said you have children. Do you believe in God?
I sure do.
Do you
God
have
is what got me through this.
All right. Sorry. What did you say?
God is what got me through the horrific last 3 years of my life. So yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I have an amazing inner circle of girlfriends, not local, but from my childhood and my teenage years, and we are very tight-knit. Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
I don't watch any TV.
What about
I
screen
get
time? The phone and the computer. Is it more than 8 or less?
all on my phone, all the internet.
More than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Oh, less.
All right. If you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, Bailey Smith, what would you say that is?
Talking to women that have been through domestic violence, my message to them is that there is help. And if you have children, you need to get out of that situation.
Well, Bailey, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I would like to say that the pain and suffering of what your children witness in a domestic violence relationship stays with them. They need to get help. They can get better. You can get better. Life goes on. But if you do not get out of a situation that is bad, the repercussions on your children, forget yourself, on your children, will stay with them for life. Get out. There is help. And you can move on. There is life after it.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Again, Bailey Smith, Thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-minute convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you so much for having me on your show.
You're welcome.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.